Hi, welcome to my channel, Organize with Joy. I'm Joy and I want to inspire you to get organized. In today's video, I'll be tackling our attic space. It's a crawl space, and as you can see, it's gotten quite out of control. I know I joked in one of my previous videos where I was cleaning out our storage closet in our garage that was my Monica's closet, but this is the real deal. This is actually my Monica's closet where I throw everything. And if you don't know what Monica's closet is, you must not be a Friends fan, but you could look that up. A good portion of these items actually belong to my daughter who just graduated from college, so she is going to help me go through all of her things in this video. And here I'm just showing you some really good before shots. I start this project by removing things from the attic that I know for sure I want to store in a different location in our home, and I'll also be getting out all of the boxes that belong to my daughter so that we can take them into my son's room to go through them. I decided to use my son's room because he's actually on a trip with his friends this week and his room is really clean. I actually just did a video deep cleaning and organizing his room, so I can link that up above. But yeah, we were just gonna work on all these boxes in his room because our attic space is fairly small.
Now everything can go to pieces. I don't care. Like the sun kisses the clouds. It's game on. Racing pulse, we get loud. Game on, stay strong. All I wanna do is sail into you. Help me paint the picture. Like the sun kisses the clouds. It's game on. Save some light, build some strength. We're gonna go past forever. Tell me that you're ready. Tell me that you're ready. We're gonna go past forever. Keep us going steady.
My daughter definitely has a hard time letting go of things, so I decided to start with some easier items that we had already discussed, these bigger items that go with her dolls, and I knew she would be able to get rid of those pretty easily.
Help me paint the picture. Like the sun kisses the clouds. Keep us going steady. Game on.
Outfits. Hope's gonna knock my camera. Oh, chill. Go the other way. Why do you have to go under the tripod? Go from the side of the tripod. Come over here. See how he did it? Come here. Come over to this side. Come here. Over here. There you go. Now look, there's room to jump. Go.
I worked with my daughter similarly to how I would work with a client, where we make different piles as we're going through things. So we have a donate or get rid of pile, we have a trash pile, and then we also have a keep pile, and then an I don't know pile, or a pile that she'll want to revisit later. That way you can keep moving fairly quickly if you have that extra pile where you can go back to it and revisit it.
I have to admit, like, this doll is more so like my memorabilia, because this is like your first doll. Really? I don't remember it. Yeah. Well, I kind of think, I don't know, 5 pile. Or straight into the keep pile. Wow, maybe we should keep it.
No, I'll put it in the I don't know pile. It's fine. I should let go of things if you want to let go of things, because ultimately it's all going to be yours. Everything that we own will be yours. Yeah, so like that little interaction there, I think it's best when you're helping your children declutter, particularly your adult children declutter, that if there are special memories that you have of certain items, that it's okay to just let them make that decision. The item does belong to them, and like I just said in the video, ultimately all of our things will go to our children when we leave this earth. Like I mentioned, it's really difficult for my daughter to let go of things, and so this is why we had so many of her toys left in the attic. When she moved out of our house to go to college, we basically just boxed everything up that she didn't want to take with her to college and put it in the attic, and that's why there were so many boxes, and including all these toy boxes. When she lived at home, she just wasn't ready to let go of them. But I did tell her when she moved out of our house that she had to take it all with her, and so I think that really motivated her to go through all of her things in the attic. What am I gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
They're so cute. I remember loving this girl. Well, I guess we gotta make a pile of my stuff. In spite of how very excited I was to find those toys that had belonged to me when I was little, I decided to go ahead and get rid of them all. They were in a box of strawberry shortcake dolls that my daughter had, and I had passed on my strawberry shortcake dolls to her, and she didn't necessarily have fond memories of playing with it, or they weren't memorable to her, so we decided to just go ahead and get rid of all of those strawberry shortcake doll toys. Next were her stuffed animals, and she knew that this was going to be a very difficult process. I guess she's attached to a lot of them, but as you'll see, we do make good progress and get rid of almost half of her stuffed animals.
He's a mean brain fighting machine, out to ensure your perseverance and success. He will give you confidence as he clears all obstacles from your path.
Put him in your lap while we're doing this. I'm just kidding.
Keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like to, what you like to do.
If you can see there, my little dog stole one of the stuffed animals that she wanted to get rid of, and so we just let him have it, but I thought it was cute. He just picked that one out of the bunch and adopted it as his own. It was very cute. One of the things that I had to talk to my daughter about is several of these stuffed animals actually were gifts from different people, and she had a hard time letting go of gifts, even if they weren't meaningful or memorable to her. And so I reminded her, as I have in the past on different things, that when a gift is given to you, it now belongs to you, and I'm sure the gift giver wouldn't want it to be something that is stressful or causes clutter in your life.
I will like you just the way you are, the way you are. Oh, keep on doing.
That seems kind of disgusting.
Yeah, this isn't gonna smell very good.
Um,
I don't know what to do with the casts, to be honest. Why did they end up with a stuffed animal?
I don't know. We probably just didn't know where else to put them. Look at how tiny.
My arm was.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably about the same size, to be honest. Throw it away. Oh boy, there's how many arms did you break?
Thing that brings us down. We shouldn't care about anyone who brings us down. Doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like, do what you like to do, do what you like, do what you like to do, what you like to do. Just keep on doing what you do, doing what you do, doing what you do, what you do, doing what you do. Do what you like, do what you like to do, do what you like, do what you like to, what you like to do.
What's his name?
Pretzels.
That's cute.
This is so funny. So last night I saw this post and it was like this picture of this little baby pug and it was really cute. And then above it it said, whatever you ate last is the pug's name. Oh, did you see it? Because it was Reba's post.
Yeah, I think I've seen
And then I looked at, Trisha's answer was pickle. And I was laughing because Dad was eating peanut butter when I saw it, and the last thing I ate was pancake. And I'm like, I would name it pancake, you would name it peanut butter. And I was like, Mr. Peanut Butter. And then I was like, Trisha said pretzel, or pretzel, pickle. And I was like, pickles. Wasn't that his girlfriend's name, the pug?
Yeah.
So I was like, that's so funny.
That's funny.
But I didn't realize like how many. And then this morning, we saw a dog that was like wandering around and there was workers there and I said, well, maybe it belongs to the workers. And Dad's like, why would they bring it? And I said, well, our worker brought his dog. Don't you remember that little dog Peaches? And I was like, wow, there's a lot of animals named after food. Peaches.
That does remind me though, remember when our dogs were lost and they
Yes.
were like with some workers and the house people thought it was the workers and the workers thought it was the house peoples.
I wanna celebrate, you know, our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. Way down low. You don't need to be scared. You're beyond compare. I want to celebrate, you know. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes.
Another decluttering tip that I have is when you have filled bags or boxes that need to go to donation, move them out of your workspace, and it really frees up your mind to just not have all that stuff in your peripheral vision. And also, if you finish a box or a stack of things that you want to keep, go ahead and put those where they belong in your home, and that way again you just get it out of the space so that your brain doesn't have to keep processing those items while you're trying to declutter other items.
Listen
After working on toys, we moved on to some of the clothes she had put in the attic when she moved away to college.
This is pretty plain. Oh yeah, they actually might fit you because I think they're too small on me.
Really?
Yeah.
They're super cute.
Yeah.
Should I buy them from you?
I mean, you probably just have them. I don't even remember how much they cost.
They're so cute. I wear them.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit too small on me.
Yeah, I can tell that because they feel like they fit me perfectly.
Yeah, I think that they're 7.
This process definitely took us longer than I anticipated, but I was really proud of my daughter. She did an amazing job. Like I mentioned before, she does have a difficult time letting go of things, and I felt like she definitely rocked it out on this day.
Mountains send me off into the wild. Misery is still a path I would choose if the alternatives are worse. I guess it's time to find a friend, one who will stick by to the end. Going out of my mind in the middle, wasting all of my time in the middle. I take a bite and spit it out, unaware of what it's about. I'm not that good at faking it. I feel somehow I've broken it. I don't believe I'm part of it.
While my daughter continued to go through her clothes, I decided to go back up in the attic and just do some rearranging to try to get things put back in order. I just kind of keep arranging and rearranging things before I find a good setup for a space. But I also needed to get out her memorabilia boxes. She decided that she was going to keep plowing through and go ahead and go through those as well.
Nothing more to embrace in the middle, in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle.
So lastly, she is going through her memorabilia boxes, and this definitely takes a very long time. So we started the entire process. I think I started removing boxes from the attic at like 9:30 in the morning, and we were working on this right up until I had to make dinner at 6 p.m. And she actually is still working on it today, which is the next day. So this was definitely a huge undertaking.
My emotions are go, running to better times, 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 to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I move on. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions. I'll to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me, nothing can stop me in the night. Look to the left, look to the right.
The next day I went up into the attic and I brought the vacuum cleaner up there, and I also brought some cleaning spray so that I could clean up just all the dust and dirt that was up there so that I could put the boxes back on a clean surface. And I again continue to move the boxes around until I find a setup that is efficient and works well for the space.
Feels like time is going faster than it seems. We were just two kids who were trying to live the teenage dream. We could see no reason why we should ever try to go to sleep. Remember every weekend we stayed out late and then went home to me. I wish that I could live that dream again. 'Cause it was only you and me back then. We were never growing up, said we.
Okay, I wanted to show you everything that we were able to get rid of, and I was so proud. It was crazy. These two trash bags have clothes in them. These two smaller bags are like small dolls, Barbies. There's several big doll things and a doll. This is a game, and then a bunch of just books for like preteen type girls. This actually belonged to my boys. It was a marble track, but I decided to get rid of that. And then this is all the strawberry shortcake doll things and all of the things that belong to me. And then this is a bag of stuffed animals. And then these things came from the attic that I chose to get rid of. This is a mattress topper that I bought for my son, but he didn't really like it. And then a tree stand. One year we bought a real tree and we decided we aren't going to do that. So we are going back to our artificial tree. And then this is just a closet organizer. And then lastly, this was the bag of trash. Also, we did in fact get rid of the casts. We'll throw those away. Okay, I'm finally done, and I just wanted to give you just a little tour here. We actually just leave our fake Christmas tree up, that way it stays fluffed, and then I've got two little Christmas trees. And then this is my daughter's box of memorabilia. She used to have 2 large boxes and I think 3 smaller boxes, and she's narrowed it down to this one big box, and then those are her wigs. And then I just have another Christmas tree, and then that plant back there was at my daughter's apartment, and I actually have a couple of boxes for when she moves out. Those are apartment decor. And then she has a box of clothes. She started with, I think, 2 boxes and 1 large bag, and she's down to 1 box. And then she has a box of stuffed animals, and then another box with dolls and stuffed animals. And then over here, these picture frames, I do have a project planned for them, so I'm keeping them for now. But I have all of my husband and my banker's boxes here that I did not go through this time. It was a project in and of itself to just go through my daughter's things. And then I have some toys here some are my daughter's, some are from my son's. And then those 2 boxes are our ski clothes. And then I have gift wrapping and 2 boxes of Christmas decor, and then 1 box of holiday decor. And I decided to just go ahead and use some labels that I had on hand so that it all looked uniform and everything had labels. Well, thank you for watching my video today, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday morning.